I'm sick of this loading screen! What one's what? Is it this one? It's this one. I'm sick of this. I'm sick of this fucking game. Okay. I need to take one headphones off because the music pisses me off. The game crashed! Ah! Oh, right. Gather my thoughts. Like, I like the game, right? But the music. Anyway, hi Mark. Hi Yuri. Well, so you're in a good mood today? Just still not used to you being in a club, that's all. I see. That's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood. But I guess it's always the simple things with you anyway. Speaking of which, I'm kinda hungry. Are you coming to me to buy me a snack? Or buy a snack? No thanks. That's not like you at all. I have my reasons. Why don't we take a look at your purse? What is that all of a sudden? No reason really. I just wanted to look at it. Sarah nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles with the latch and gets it open. Then she turns it upside down and it lets all its contents spill onto the desk. Only 2 small coins fall out. I knew it. I could see right through you. That's not fair. How did you even know? It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have bought a snack before coming into the club room. So either you're not hungry and want an excuse to take a walk, or you planned to conveniently forget that you spent all your money so that I would lend you some. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry. And so that only leaves the one option. I give up. Don't make me feel guilty. If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Oh my goodness! Hi BB. How are you? Are you good? Okay. Let's chat. Yuri suddenly giggles. I didn't notice that she was listening in. Her face is always in her book. I wasn't listening or anything. I just was something in my book. Yuri, tell me to let me borrow some money. Don't get me involved with that. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. That is something I'm bad at. Me, in general, in real life, I'm bad at that. And frankly, after pulling a mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is fair enough retribution. I didn't mean that. Don't, you're okay. I got 2 of something in my book. I really like when you speak your mind, Yuri. It doesn't happen much, but it's a fun side of you. There's no way you can think that. You were right though. I did something bad and I have to accept my retribution. That. Still coming from you, sorry. I guess there's a lot of devil inside all of us, isn't there? Don't let her fool you. Sarah knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she would bring me to the club before she even told me. But you said you would come if there were cupcakes. So I had to trick Nasuke into making them. Come on, give me more credit than that. Fuck. Did she just get slapped? Out of nowhere, somebody smacks Sarah in the face and tumbles onto the desk. Ow. What was... A cookie? Not sure. It's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sarah glances around. Is this a miracle? It's because I had paid my retribution. Actually, that one almost marked. I was just gonna give it to you, but then I heard you blab about the cupcakes. It was totally worth seeing your reaction though. Nasuke, that was so nice of you. I'm so happy. Yuri hugs the cookie. Jeez, just eat it. Exactly, just eat it. So rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite. So good. Sorry, suddenly clapped her hand over her. Oh wait, she didn't look at me. Thing. She didn't. Did she do this? Sorry, suddenly clapped her hands over her mouth. I bit my tongue. Oh, she didn't do that. Okay, fair enough. You're going through a lot over just one cookie. Sarah takes a bite of her own cookie. Yours looks really good too, Nasuke. Can I try it? Jeez, beggars can't be choosers. But yours is chocolate. Yeah. Why do you think I gave you that one? Fine. Still, I'm really happy that you shared this one with me. Sarah gets out of her seat and goes behind Nasuke, then wraps her arms around her. Jeez, I get it. Cookie still in hand, Nasuke reaches up to nudge Sarah off her. Sarah suddenly leans down and takes a bite of Nasuke's cookie. Did you seriously just do that? That's funny. Mouth full, Sarah trots away to safety. You and I laugh as well. Jeez, you're such a kid sometimes. Monica, Kate tells you. She's not in the room. Monica is in the club room. Ugh, where's Monica anyway? Good question. Have any of you heard anything about her being late today? Not me. Yeah, I haven't either. That's about unusual. I hope she's okay. Of course she's okay. She probably just had something to do today. She's pretty popular after all. You don't think she she has a... I wouldn't be surprised. She's probably more desirable than all of us combined. That's true. Excuse me. Suddenly the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. Ah, there you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Monica chose the club over her boyfriend after all. You're so strong-willed. But boyfriend? What are you talking about? Monica quizzically glances at me. Shut Discord! Ah, never mind that. What held you up anyway? Ah, well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I kinda lost track of time. That makes no sense though. You would have heard the bell ring, at least. I would have not heard since I was practicing piano. Piano? It wasn't it where you played music as well, Monica? Don't really. It kind of just started recently. I've always wanted to learn piano. That's so cool. You should play something for us. That's... Monica looks at me. Maybe once I get a little bit better, I will. Yay! That sounds cool. I also look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Mark. Marcus smiles sweetly. Ah, I didn't mean to put any pressure on you or anything like that. Don't worry. I've been practicing a whole lot recently, and I'd love the chance to share once I'm ready. I see. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So I didn't miss anything, did I? Nah, not really. I chose to leave out Siora's mischievous escapade. I'm not sure Nisuke I'm sure Nisuke will end up complaining to her anyway. It looks like everyone has settled down. Siora somehow already finished our entire cookie. Yuri's back to her book and Nisuke disappeared into the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more, but at the same time I feel bad for distracting her from reading. Catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book that she lent me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Ah. Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me and our eyes meet for a split second. Am I getting somewhere with you, eh? But that makes her hide her face even deeper in her book. Sorry. I was just spacing out. I mutter this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so... I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. Just curious, how come you have two copies of the same book? Ah, well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday, that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy both of them. No, two of them. Ah, I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you may have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's it about anyway? Well... Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. The Portrait of Markov. Is this book title made by a Russian person? Would this make any more sense to you, this game? That's a very good Russian accent that I am doing. But this is the best that I can do. Was that good? I don't know. There's an ominous looking eye symbol on the front cover. Alright, I just wanted to make sure I didn't accidentally give anything away. Basically it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long lost younger sister. But as soon as she does so, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by these people who escape from a human experiment prison. And while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships and her life starts to fall apart. It's kinda dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story. So that dark turn came from nowhere. Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden. Are you sure you're not a fan of that sort of thing? Oh, wait, are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Mark? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kinds of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that those kind of stories challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals and their own philosophy that they believe in. Then suddenly when you thought you're related to the protagonist, they're made out to be the naive one and for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. Sorry. Don't apologize. Stop it. You're okay, baby. You're okay. Stop apologizing. Hey, don't apologize. There you go. I just said it. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem where I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts. I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much. I don't really think you need to worry. Just means that you're passionate about reading. It's the least I can do is listen. That is a literature club after all. That's true. In fact, it might as well get started reading it, right? You don't have to. What are you saying? Just a moment ago you said you were looking forward to it. Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put into my bag. Alright, it's fine. So it's fine if I sit here, right? I slump into the seat next to Yuri's. Ah, yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. That's... I'm sorry, I'm just not... well, I've also got to say I'm just not used to this. It's not that I don't want you, it's just something I'm not very used to. There you go! That is reading in someone's... reading in company with someone... I can't fucking read! I can't read these type of things. Ah. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Ah, alright. I open a book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I could feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not particularly a bad thing, but maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri's in the corner of my eye. I realise that she's not actually reading her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry. It was just... Yuri, you really apologise a lot, don't you? I don't really mean to. Sorry. Stop! I mean... yeah, this should work, right? I slide my desk up until it's against yours, then hold my book more between the two of them. Ah, I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. Ah, I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Ah! I like this! This is adorable. So adorable. I am warm. It is so warm. I stink too. Hold on, I need to get a drink. Pardon me. Yuri takes her arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. Ah, I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way I turn a page and Yuri slides it on her thumb. After I catch it, it flips to her side. That made no sense. That way I turn a page and Yuri slides it on the thumb, and after it flips to her side. See, I can't read! Pardon me. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I feel the warmth of Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? Huh? To turn a page. Ah, sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. Glance over at Yuri's face again, and our eyes meet. Ah! She's looking at me! Don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. Ah, that's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? So I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. Oh, she's smiling! It's probably the least I can do. Since you've been so patient with me. Yeah, thanks. We continue reading. Fuck it. I don't even notice these things, like they're changing. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn a page. Instead, I just assume that she's finished the page before me, so I turn it in my own volition. We continue to the first chapter. Even so, turning each page always feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page and letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her thumb. Hey Yuri, this might be a subtle thought, but the main character kind of reminds me a little bit of you. You think so? How does she? Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways, but she also second guesses all the things that she says and does. Like she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like I can see into your head or anything, but they're kind of reminiscent of some of the mannerisms. Ah, I see. You remain silent for a second. Well, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. Oh, that's so embarrassing that you think that. Wait, I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I really didn't know you were self-conscious about that sort of thing. I guess I'm more meant that it's kind of cute. Ah, what were you saying all of a sudden? Okay everyone, oh thank fuck. Woo! We're getting somewhere with her. We're getting somewhere! I think it's about time we share today's poems with each other. We might not have enough time if we wait long. Ah, Yuri exhales, spared from finishing her thought. Is that alright, Yuri? You're looking kinda down. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this. Ah, it's not, it's fine. Yuri releases her hand for a book, causing it to close on top of my other thumb. Alright, I guess I'll do some more reading tonight, or would you prefer I want to read it with you? I guess I don't have too much of a preference either way. In that case, I'll read a lot more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know? That's a good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time. Alright. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book and then slip it back into my bag. Hey! Yuri! Hey girl. How are you? Read my poem. Let's see what you've written for today. Yuri stares at the poem with a surprised expression on her face. Do you like it? Mark, how did you pick up on this so quickly? Just yesterday I was telling you the kind of techniques worth practicing. Maybe that's why. You did a good job explaining. I really wanted to try and give it more imagery. Yuri visibly swells. Even her hands appear sweaty. I'm fucking sweaty. It's fucking warm as balls in here. I'm not used to this. Used to what? I don't know. It's fine, take your time. Yuri breathes and collects her thoughts. I know that Yuri likes to think before she speaks, so I offer her patience. Yeah, just being appreciated like this, I guess. It probably sounds really stupid, but seeing someone motivated by my writing, it just makes me really happy. Are you saying you've never shared your writing before? Yuri nods. Really? I don't believe it. I don't really write for myself, and besides, people would just laugh at me. Do you really think that? Again, Yuri nods. Even your close friends? Yuri doesn't respond to that. I wonder why. Anyway, you want to share the poem you wrote today? Yeah, I do. If it's with you. Ooh! Fuck off, Microsoft Store. You're not fucking wanted. I'm trying to read a poem! The raccoon. It happened in the dead of night while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scuttering of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as an unordinary human. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread, my subtleties well aware of the consequences. Or subconscious, well aware of the consequences. Well aware that a raccoon that is fed will always come back for more. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom. The bread, my hungry curiosity. The raccoon, an urge. The moon, increments its phase and reflects that much more light off the same cutting knife. What? Much more light off of my cutting knife, the very same light that glistens in the eyes of my raccoon friend. I slice the bread, fresh and soft. The raccoon becomes excited. Or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions into the newly satisfied animal. The raccoon has taken to following me. You could say that we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry and more frequently. So my bread is always handy. Every time I what does that say? Brandish? Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me excitement. Shows me as excited. I can't fucking read, man. I need to go back to school. A rush of blood. Classic Pavlovian conditioning. I slice the bread and I feed myself again. What? It was a lot more daring with this one than yesterday's. I can see that. It's a lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't begin to imagine what this poem is about. That's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style. Using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery and conveying emotions through them. Yeah, if I take it at face value, then I can't even figure out what it's supposed to mean. Well, think of something that different people can relate to in their own way. I want to express the way it feels for me to indulge in more unusual hobbies. It's those sort of things I'm really forced to keep to myself. So I sometimes enjoy writing about them. Why do you keep them to yourself? Because they're embarrassing and people will make fun of me. Don't you have anything like that, man? Well, yeah, I guess I do. I feel like everyone has a little something like that. Best we can do is respect each other and our individualities. Even if it's difficult sometimes, and sometimes make us uncomfortable. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I would probably hate myself. I might be ranting a little bit now. But I'm glad that you're a good listener. Of course. Okay, Nasuki, let's see your terrible poem. I liked your last one better. Really? Oh yeah, I can tell you were a little more daring with this one, but you're really not as good enough for that yet. It felt flat. Fuck you! Fuck off! That may be true, but I just wanted to try something different. I'm still figuring this all out. I mean, I always like poems that aren't trying too hard. I hate when people are trying to sound fancy or add more meaning just by annoying and complicated language. Just make it simple, cute, and to the point. Yuri's head over heels with cryptic nonsense, but I see right through that bullshit. Making your reader look so hard for all this deep meaning is just an excuse to have no meaning at all. I guess that's one way to look about it. Everyone has their own opinion, but my opinion is the best opinion. I'm sure you figured that out already. Not gonna try to get into Yuri. Thank you very much. Not interested in you. Fuck off. Anyway, here's my poem. Maybe you'll learn something. shit! Amy likes spiders. You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Icky, wriggly, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her singing in my favourite love song. Every time she sang the chorus, my heart would pound to the rhythm of the words. But she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. One time I hurt my leg really bad. Amy helped me up and took me to the nurse. I tried not to let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a lot of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. What if her friends start to like spiders too? That's why I'm not friends with her. It doesn't matter if she has other hobbies, if she keeps it private, if she doesn't hurt anyone. She's grows. The world's better off without spider lovers, and I'm going to tell everyone. The fuck? It's quite a bit longer than yesterday's. Yesterday's was way too short. I was just warming up. Probably didn't think that was the best I could do. No, of course not. Anyway, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. I don't have to explain it. Sometimes you can explain complicated issues with much simpler analogies, and it helps people realise how stupid they're being. Like anyone who would agree the subject of the poem is an ignorant jerk. You know people like that? Of course. But how everyone thinks that doesn't matter. It can be about anything. I wrote it to be easily to relate to. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby or guilty pleasure. Something that you're afraid if you find out that people make fun of you or think less of you. But that just makes people stupid. Who cares what someone likes as long as they're not hurting anyone even that makes them happy? Yeah, I think people really need to learn to respect others for liking weird things. Huh, that's funny. Yuri wrote something about that similar today. Huh? Did you say Yuri? Yeah. She said her poem was about an unusual hobby of hers. Didn't really get it, but she said something similar to you. That people shouldn't make each other feel insecure about those things. Really? Well, I mean, Yuri's pretty weird, so I would doubt she has some hobby. Don't fucking call her weird! Not that there's anything wrong with that. It's not like I would judge her or anything. Nasuki has trouble finding words. I guess I should try not to be so mean to her. She feels insecure about her weird behaviours and stuff. I mean, I always hate people who make me feel insecure. Good! Yuri made me feel insecure yesterday. But the way you put it sounds like she's learned a lesson. Well, I would say so. Even if her writing style is really different, I'm sure she'll appreciate the message in your poem. It's what I do after all. I don't like writing unless there's a good message to take it that way. Like conveying emotions is important, but I want to make people think, just not feel. Remember that. I'm going to write a good one for tomorrow too, so look forward to it. I need to do another one! Oh, I like this one, man. It has some nice feelings in it. Ah, I'm glad. Does that mean it's better than yesterday's? Let me think. I don't know. I guess I like them both. That's not very helpful, you know. Well, I'm not very good at figuring out if poems are good or bad, but that's why I just go by my heart to move this up here. If it makes me feel things, then it must be a good poem. I'm not sure that's exactly how it works. Then again, I guess conveying feelings is a pretty important part of this whole thing. Yeah, maybe. Honestly, I don't know what kind of writing you like in the first place. Yeah, me neither. Why don't you at least try giving it some thought? Oh, you want to write something for me? That's so sweet. Yeah, right. But you're always thinking about other people. You need to start thinking about yourself once in a while. If you don't, you might end up getting hurt at some point. Well, I don't really know what you mean, but I'll try to keep that in mind. Well, whatever. Anyway, let's see. I guess I like happy poems. Wait, sometimes I like sad poems too. Sometimes a little bit of both. There's a word for that, right? There's a word I'm looking for. Bittersweet! Yeah. I like things that are happy and things that are sad. Happy and sad. I can't see you liking something sad too. Well, I like the happy the most, but sometimes you just have the little rain cloud in your head. Sad poem can give you the rain cloud and a little hug, and make a happy, nice rainbow. What the fuck? Unexpectedly poetic. It is? Maybe I'm getting better at expressing my feelings after all. Thanks, Mark. I should go write that down then. You can read my poem now, okay? Fuck me. Oh my god. Do I need to read? My god! Bottles. I puff with my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. It's a secret place where I keep my dreams. Little balls of sunshine, all rubbery together like a bundle of kittens. I reach inside with my thumb and forefinger and pluck one out. It's warm and tingly. There's no time to waste. I put it in a bottle to keep it safe, and I put the bottle on a shelf with all other bottles. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts, and bottles all in a row. My collection makes me lots of friends. Each bottle is a starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friend feels a certain way. Down comes a bottle to save the day. See, that rhymes! These don't rhyme. Sometimes my friend feels a certain way. Down comes a bottle to save the day. Hey! Night after night, more dreams. Friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go, like exploring a dark cave, discovering the secrets hiding in nooks and crannies, digging and digging, scraping and scraping. I blow dust off my bottle caps. It doesn't feel like time elapsed. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends look through my locked front door. Jesus. Finally, all done, I open up and in come my friends. In they come in such a hurry. Do they want my bottles that much? I frankly put them on the shelf one after the other, holding them out to each and every friend, each and every bottle, but every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts, and shards all over the floor. They were supposed to be for my friends who aren't smiling. They're all shouting, pleading something. But all I hear is echo, 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 echo inside my head. Jesus Christ! Should we all write that? Of course did. Didn't I tell you yesterday I was going to write the best poem ever? Yeah, but I didn't expect something like that coming for you. Monica taught me a whole lot. I've been in touch with my feelings recently. I see that. It's almost kind of creepy. Creepy? Well, not exactly. Just maybe because I'm so used to you being cheerful. Or never mind. I'm thinking too hard about it. Point is, it came out so good. But so you should be proud of it. Oh, thanks. I feel like I was meant to express myself this way. It even helps me understand my own feelings a little bit better. Writing is like magic. You've gotten pretty passionate about this, huh? I hope you keep it up. Yeah, writing's the best. I'm gonna keep writing until I die. Don't get hit. Oh! I just dropped things! Ah! Okay, we're good. So I always had a habit of being obsessed with something before dropping it no more than a week later. That's me! Wonder if this is one of those times. But seeing the passion in our eyes makes it hard for me to be pessimistic. Am I done here? Can I take an inhale? Who should I save my poem to next? Monica! We're nearly done here. How's the writing going? Alright, I guess. I'll take that. As long as it's not going bad. I'm happy you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece. I wouldn't count on that. You never know. Want to share what you wrote for today? Sure, here you go. Again, my poem to Monica. Alright. Great job, though. I was going, ooh, in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's the easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way it always counts when I put in some effort. That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Unlike Yuri, who likes using simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness, Yuri likes it when readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it. Yeah, that was the point! It's very challenging to write like that effectively. Both allowing people to get something out of it just by feel, or letting them deeply analyse the nuances. Is that what that word said? I'm not entirely sure. Is that what I said? Nuances. Nuances! It could take years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has at this point. I never really asked though. I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level. Don't worry so much about that. You do your own thing. Just keep exploring and learn by trying new things. But anyway, you want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. Alright, let's take a look. Okay, this one's actually better. Save me! The colours, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colours, flashing, expanding, piercing, red, green, blue, and endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop. Violent, grating, waveform, squeaking, screeching, piercing, sharp discord. Sine, cosine, tangent, like playing on a chalkboard in a turntable. Like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust. An endless poem of meaningless. Load me. What? Seemed more abstract than your last one. I guess it's just the way I write. I'm sorry if you don't like it. No, I never said that. Kind of thing I never really seen before, I guess. Kinda like playing with my space on paper. Choose where and how to space yours can totally change the mood of the poem. I swear to God, I'm gonna go insane with Discord. Go away. Fuck off! It's almost like magic. The way I wrote the lines really short makes it feel like they're trying to speak over the noise. I see. It's still hard for me to tell what it's about though. Sometimes asking what a poem is about isn't the right question. A poem can be abstract and physical expression of a feeling or a conversation with the reader. So putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyways, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. You never know when you might change your mind, or when something unexpected may happen. Wait, is this even a tip about writing? What are you even talking about? She's breaking the fourth wall! Thanks for listening. She's breaking the fucking fourth wall. She's breaking the fucking fourth wall. Okay, everyone. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned to do, so if everyone can come at the front of the room. Is this about the festival? Well, sort of. Do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. You don't worry. You don't worry. You can. I don't really do well for last minute preparations. Yeah, near that, don't worry. Anyway, don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? We won't need much time more than a few decorations. Yuri has been working on posters and I've designed some pamphlets we can give out during the event. Okay, that's great and all, but that doesn't tell us what we're actually going to be doing for the event. Sorry, I thought you heard about it already. We're going to be performing. Monica? Yeah, we're going to have a poetry performance. Each of us are going to choose a poem to recite during the event. But the cool part is, we're all going to let anyone else come up and recite poems too. So I was putting it all in the posters in case anyone wants to be prepared ahead of time. So who's been colouring a poster? Holds it up for us to see. Are you kidding me, Monica? You didn't already start putting up those posters, did you? Well, I did. Do you really think it's that bad of an idea? Well, no, it's not a bad idea, but I didn't sign up for this, you know? There's no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that. I agree with her. I can never in my life do something like that. Imagining it. Yuri shakes her head in fear. Guys, no, sorry. I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Nisuke and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone until just a couple of days ago. It's a lot to ask them to recite their poems out loud to a whole room of people. I guess I cannot overlook that. So I'm sorry. But I still don't think we should give it our best. Well, they're not gonna do it! We're the only ones that are responsible of this fate for the club. So if we start the event and each put good performance on, then it will inspire others to do the same. And the more people who perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone what literature is all about. What? Despite expressing your feelings, being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun. That's right, and it's those reasons that we're all in this club today. I'm in a club with 4 women. Where's your goal here? Don't you want to share that with others? To inspire them to the same feelings that you brought in here in the first place? I know you do. I know we all do. And if it all takes is standing in front of a room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it. Oh god. Nisuke and Yuri remain silent. Zori looks worried. I guess that leaves me no choice. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sarah and Marika have been trying really hard to get new members. The least we can do is help them out a little. Well, maybe, but looks like Nisuke doesn't have any arguments left. Ugh. Okay, fine. I guess we'll just have to get it over with. Alright, phew. That's Nisuke. What about you, Yuri? Yuri dejectedly glances around at everyone else's exploding faces. I guess I don't really have a choice. I said, everyone, you're the best, Yuri. The club is seriously going to be the death of me. Oh gosh, you'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're going to practice reciting it in front of each other. What? This is too sudden! What? If you can't recite your poem in front of the club, how do you expect to do it in front of strangers? Oh no. Don't worry, I'll start off with how everyone helps to be comfortable. Can I go next? Of course. Now let's see. Monica flips her notebook for a specific poem she has in her mind for herself. She then stands behind the podium. The title of this poem is The Way They Fly. Monica begins reciting her poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her reflection is pristine. Pristine! This is going on longer than I thought. But I need to get to another good point and then I'll end it. She knows exactly how to apply emotion behind each line she recites, bringing the words to life. Is this something she's done before? Or is she simply a natural? I glance around me, everyone has their eyes on Monica. She already looks amazed, Yuri has an intense expression on her face. Shut! On her face that I don't understand. Finally, Monica finishes the recitation. The 4 of us applaud. Monica takes a breath and smiles. That was so good, Monica. Thank you very much. I was just hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Yuri? I'll go next. Fucking hell! What the? This country? Yuri's all fired up all of a sudden. Yuri clutches a sheet of paper between her hands and stands up. Keeping her head down, she walks quietly over to the podium. This poem is called... Yuri anxiously glances at each of us. You can do it, Yuri. It's called After Image of Crimson Eye. Fuck! Yuri's voice shakes as she starts reciting the poem. Just a moment ago, she practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly put in so much effort? As Yuri gets past the first couple of lines, her voice changes. It's almost like what happens when Yuri gets absorbed into her books. Her quivering words transform to sharp syllables of a fierce and confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns in its structure that she enunciates with perfect timing. This must be a rare glimpse into the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed in her head. Suddenly, she's finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back into reality and glancing around her as she's bewildered even herself. It's up to me to save this situation. And the first to start applauding. Everyone joins me afterward, and then we give Yuri the recognition she deserves. It's not that we didn't want to applaud for her, but we were so caught off guard we must have forgotten. As we applaud, Yuri holds the poem at her chest and rushes back into her seat. Fuck it, oh Yuri, that was really good. Thank you for sharing. Looks like Yuri's down for the count. Okay, I guess I'm next then. Yuri hops out of the chair and goes up to the podium. This one's called My Medal. Sorry, I giggled. Sorry. It's a lot harder than I thought. How did you guys do it so easily? Try not to think of it like you're reciting to other people. Imagine you're reciting it to yourself, like in front of a mirror or inside your own head. It's your poem, so it'll come out the best that way. I see. Okay then, Joe brings her poem. Somehow it feels like her soft voice was made as a perfect match. The poem isn't aimlessly cheery like Yuri is. It's serene and bittersweet. If I were to read this on paper, I probably wouldn't think much of it. But hearing it come through Yuri's voice almost gives it a whole new meaning. Maybe this is what Yuri meant when she says she likes my poems. It's like I get to reach more deeply into someone I thought I knew through and through. Yuri finishes and we applaud. I did it! Good job. Even Mark liked it. I guess that's a good sign. What does that even mean? It came out nicely. The atmosphere of the poem fits you really nicely. I don't know why I laughed. I really don't know why I laughed. I just don't. I'm getting crazy with the music. It's annoying me. It might be that other poems wouldn't work quite as well with that kind of delivery. I don't really understand. In other words, I've seen poems of yours that were sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work as well. They might need a little more force behind them depending on what you're reading. Well, I know what you mean. That's I've been practicing that kind of thing. That's not what I did. It's just embarrassing to do in front of everyone. The next time, I'm going to make you pick a poem that challenges you a little more. We don't have much time before the festival, you know. Okay! Okay, is that okay? Don't make me go before Mark. Not like I can compare to you guys anyway. Might as well let Mark Why if I do it? It's fine. I might as well get it over with. But it's not like I have much of a selection of what to read. I'll just have to go with what I wrote for today. Stand up and step in front of the podium. Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel terrible and awkward. I recite my poem. Since I'm not exactly confident with my writing, it's hard to put any energy into it. Despite that, once I finish, I receive applaud anyway. So I'm not as good as someone else. Don't worry about it so much. I think it's less about your abilities and more about your lack of confidence in your writing. It's something that you'll prove over time though. Maybe. Alright then, that just leaves you. Nasuki. Yeah, I'm going. The girl gets out of her seat and makes her way to the podium. The poem is called... Why are you all looking at me? Because you're presenting. Anyway, the poem is called Jump. Nasuki takes a breath. Once she starts reciting the poem, her sour attitude disappears a little. Though she's a little unenthused, her poem has rhythm and rhyme to it. Nasuki's trademark style, it works surprisingly well when spoken aloud. Words feel like they bounce up and down as if the life given to the poem. Nasuki finishes it and everyone applauds. She hops back to her seat. See, that wasn't so bad, was it? Easy for you to say. Better not make me do that again. Oh well. Do you at least feel prepared enough to recite a poem in front of a lot of people? I mean, doing it in front of other people will be way easier. I could put on whatever face I want for other people, but when it's just my friends, it's just embarrassing. What? That's a surprise, Nasuki. Is that what she said? I don't know. I'm losing. I can't read anymore. My eyes are getting blurry. That's a surprise. See, I've been reading it for too long. I think it would be better the other way around. Well, that's just how it is. So, I guess in that case, you won't have too much to worry about it for the festival. That said, I want to thank everybody for coming through. It might be hard, but I hope you all have an idea of what it's like now. Make sure you pick a poem and get enough practice before the festival. I will be making pamphlets, so let me know ahead of time that you'll be reciting. Of what you'll be reciting. Jeez, I should probably find some other poem to recite instead. That's fine too, it doesn't have to be your own. I'm already pleasantly surprised that you're putting in effort to the club. It makes me really happy. Yeah, no problem. Okay, everyone. I think that's about it for today. I know the festival's coming up, but try to write poems for tomorrow as well. It's been working out really nicely so far, so I'd like to continue that. As for the festival, we'll need to finish planning tomorrow, and then we'll have the weekend to prepare. Monday's the big day. I can't wait. I can do this. I can do this. Sure you can! You can do it. And stand up. There's no way I'll be able to find the same enthusiasm as Yuri and Monica, but I'll do my best to go through with it. If it's for the sake of the club and impressing Monica, then I'll have to do my best. Ready to go? Look at you two always going home together like that. You're adorable, isn't it? Jeez, guys, jeez. Don't make such a big deal out of it. It must be a lot nice, though. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? So come on, you don't have to say it. Whatever, let's go already. I'm not interested in it. I want to walk home with Yuri once more. Even though it's only been a few days, a whole lot of things have already changed, but today is a lot quieter than usual on the way home. Sorry, I was spacing out. No wonder. I was thinking about something from earlier. I think how... What? Fumbles with her words. So let's just say that one day Yuri asked to walk home with you. Huh? What would you do? What kind of question is that? You kind of put me in the spot here. Oh, fuck! Fuck! No, that's unfair. That's unfair, man. That's so unfair, you know? It's so unfair, just why does the thought of that make my heart pound? I mean, given how hard it is for her to socialise, I would feel awful turning her down, so... Isn't she so beautiful and smart? That has nothing to do with what I just said. You just admitted it! Jeez, there is not even any point in speculating something that's never going to happen. Well, maybe. I just like to think about it. It's not long before you won't need me anymore, you know? Need you? Sorry, I can't figure out how you're seeing things in your head right now. Everyone is different. Nobody in the club is a replacement for you. If you say so. Conversation trails off and now left feeling awkward. But it was kind of her fault for trapping me with such a weird question. I can't just lie to her, but if there's something that makes her happy, I would hate to take that away from her. That's why I say there's no point speculating. Then again, the festival's only a few days away, so who knows what'll happen that time. Jesus, right. Let's do this. Graveyard, uncontrollable, unrestrained, infallible, head float, shit. Vivacious, suicide, extreme, heartbeat, frightening, landscape, capable, infulgent, determination, massacre, and finally analysis. Yay, we all got Yuri. Oh man. Alright, okay, let's save, because I'm done with this. It's currently nearly an hour. Anyway, we're done here. I can't play this anymore. The music is getting to me. I'm about to have a headache and I'm about to explode, and I do need to shower because I fucking stink. Anyway, I'm done here, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.